security in Ghana. You see the whole of Africa. We have 54 countries. The countries with the most food security, or if you rank the countries by food security, Ghana is number 3 in Africa, and out of the 54 countries, number 3 in Africa in terms of food security. South Africa is number 1, Kenya is number 2, and Ghana is number 3. It shows that we have done something right. So wait, when you come to the macro economy, what is clear is that notwithstanding the challenges we have, we have performed better than the government of the Bawumiah. We have grown the economy more than this. Overall GDP growth is higher. Agricultural growth under us is higher. Industrial growth is higher. If you look at the budget deficit, ours is lower. You look at the primary balance, ours is lower. You look at gross international reserves, ours is higher. You look at exchange rate depreciation, ours is lower. Ours is lower. Sometimes they don't even understand the data. Do the math and you will see that notwithstanding the problems we've had in the global economy, our exchange rate depreciation at 72% over 8 years is lower than lower 74% over 8 years. Okay. We have created more jobs than he has. He was creating unemployment. We were creating jobs. We have kept the lights on. So when it comes to the macro economy, it is night and day. We have done better across. Then when you look at infrastructure, we have done almost too much, isn't it? We have done more roads than his government. We have built more airports than his government, more interchanges than his government, more hospitals than his government, more schools than his government, more ports than his government, more fish landing sites than his government, more public libraries than his government, more sanitation than his government, more sanitation facilities than his government, more stronger infrastructure than his government, more infrastructure to the military, and the army, and the police than his government. So, there is not one area, one infrastructure, one that he can compete with us. Not one, across all the sectors. The data is clear. So, when he said the performance of his government was better than ours, I said to him, if you believe that, then come for a debate. One-on-one, let us show whether it's the case or not. Come for a debate. Come for a debate. When you come for a debate, you cannot come and say a Yesu and go away. I'll bring you back with the facts and data. I'll bring you back with the facts and data. I'll bring you back. When I told him the fact, na Osuro, Ojani to say to So, on what basis does John Mahama want to come back? What is the basis? You cannot say you've done better in education, not in healthcare, not in agriculture, not in infrastructure, not in digitalization. Maybe you have done better in Dumso, I confirm, and I go on. We want a government that is going to move this country into the fourth industrial revolution. I have many initiatives that I am bringing. I want Ghana to move away from a dependence on oil and gas to solar power. Solar power. Solar power. We are going to bring down the cost of electricity by 50%. And we are going to do it by moving to solar power. We are going to move to electric vehicles in public transportation. We have started to do the pilot. By moving to electric vehicles, we are going to bring down the cost of public transport by 50% to everybody. We are bringing down the cost of public transport. We are going to leverage the private sector of this economy to create jobs. The private sector holds the key to our wealth creation and prosperity. I am going to make sure that at least 3% of GDP, that is 30 billion Ghana cedis, is ceded to the private sector from the public sector to create jobs for our economy. I am going to bring a flat tax regime to Ghana. A flat tax regime for our imports, a flat tax regime for our incomes. And that will make it very, very easy for tax collection and understanding compliance and so on. So Ghana will have, by the grace of God, a flat tax regime next year. To make sure we all start on a clean slate, I'm bringing in a tax amnesty for all businesses and individuals next year so that we move. The transformation of this country cannot be done without railway infrastructure. We, in the first 8 years, we have been focusing a lot on our roads. I am going to bring in the required investment to build our railway infrastructure. Accra, Kumasi, Pada, Masi, Takrade, Ejisu, Ejade, Awasu, Ninahe, Ejade. We are going to do all those railways to take care of this country. We are also going to enter into the decade of housing. We are going to address the decade of housing. We are going to build houses just like Singapore did with private sector capital. And I'm going to look, let me tell you one thing. State Housing Corporation, during President Mahama's term of office, state housing, they built only 12 houses. 12. During our term, we have built over 1,000 houses in state housing. When you go to Tema Development Corporation, TDC, during Mohammed's period, they built 0 housing. 0. During our period, TDC has built over 1,000 houses. So, when I tell you that we are going to go into a decade of housing, I know what I'm talking about. We are going to go into a decade of housing to leverage on the private sector to build housing. And housing means jobs. Carpenters, masons, electricians, plumbers, window people, roofers. A lot of jobs to all our people. So we are in the digital world, and I want to provide the youth digital skills. I want to train at least 1 million youth of Ghana in digital skills. They can stay here in Ghana, work in America, work in Canada, work in Singapore, work in the UK, work in Australia, right from here in Ghana. We are in the digital world. You will get digital skills. We have many policies that we have put in our manifesto. Of course, I cannot put all of them out here tonight, but I've been talking about them. One key policy is the credit scoring system. The credit scoring system. We are going to change Ghana with this credit scoring system. Today, if you finish school, you are working, everything you have to buy is cash. Everything is cash. We have introduced a credit scoring system, and very soon you will be buying things from next year and be paying small. And everybody will see an increase in your standard of living. This is a major policy that we are taking. You are also going to see, as we go forward, under my government, all persons with disability will go for university and tertiary education for free. All persons with disability will go for tertiary education for free under my government. We are going to transform this country, move it to another level. As we go on Saturday to make the choice is between the former president who represents the past and myself. You should ask yourself, who can better unite this country? Who can better unite the diversity of this country? Who can bring innovative ideas to propel into the fourth industrial revolution? Who has the intelligence? And we have been living by this. Not many people thought it was possible to do national health insurance. That President Bawumiah did it. Not many people thought we could do free maternal care. That President Bawumiah did it. Many people thought we could do school feeding. That President Bawumiah did it. This is about possibilities and a mindset of possibilities. When my opponent came into office, can you remember one policy, that initiative that he implemented in 8 years? 8 years. What did he implement? Was it good song? Or was it a contrary? He could not come out with any policy initiative affecting the whole country. One initiative. So the choice is simple. Are we going into the future with a mindset of possibilities, or are we going into the past with a mindset of impossibility? It's important to remind ourselves, because we are a problem-solving government, and Nana over the last 8 years has demonstrated this superbly. We have been solving problems. When we came into office, and many people would not send their children to senior high school, we said free senior high school education for everyone. We have solved that problem. 5.7 million children are going. But what is even more important, when we came into office, there were more boys than girls in senior high school. For every 100 boys, we have 68 girls. Today, there are more girls than boys in senior high school. And as the President said, their performance has dramatically increased. the core 6 subjects of WACC, the pass rate in 2016 was 24%. Last year it was 64%. And the top 3 students in the whole of West Africa in the WACC exam last year, number 1, number 2, number 3, all came from Ghana. I was not surprised, but I was pleasantly surprised when the data ranking the 54 African countries by quality of education. There were 54 countries. 2 weeks ago, the data came out. Ghana is number 2 in the whole of Africa. Number 2 in the whole of Africa. Tunisia is number 1. Ghana is number 2 in the whole of Africa. So we have not left it at free SHS. We've brought free technical and vocational degree. We have invested 6 billion Ghana cedis over the last 7 years in technical and vocational education, the highest of any government since independence. We have restored the teacher training allowances that were cancelled. We have restored the nursing training allowances that were cancelled. We have seen dramatic improvement, major investment in health infrastructure, hospitals. We have seen major hospitals that we are working on, even excluding Agenda 111. And the President has started commissioning the Agenda 111. Invested more in health infrastructure than the Bawumiah government. When we came into office, Ghana had just 37 ambulances, the whole of Ghana, and we said 1 constituency, 1 ambulance. Today we have 307 ambulances in the national ambulance. We had major problems with the national health insurance. It was collapsing. It was reverting to cash and carry. We have paid most of their debts, and diseases that were not covered under national health insurance, we have brought them in. Childhood cancer is now covered by national health insurance. Sickle cell disease, the drug hydroxyurea, is now covered by national health insurance. And since December 1st, just a few days ago, Ghana is now providing free kidney dialysis under national health insurance. We have brought many initiatives to bear. We have issued the Ghana card. President Kufuor passed the NIA Act in 2008. 8 years of the Mahama administration, they couldn't issue the Ghana card. And when we came into office, the president asked me to champion the issue of the Ghana card. And today we have issued the Ghana card to our citizens. We have done, when we came into office, Ghana did not have a working address system. You had to use landmarks by the tree, by the blue house for directions in many places. Today, we have implemented the digital property address system, and you can find any election in Ghana. Ghana, our own Ghana, is the second country in the whole world to implement a digital property address system. We have solved a major problem. We have brought in mobile money interoperability. Today, Ghana has done something no other African country has done. We have made our domestic payment system totally interoperable. Your Momo account today is working like a bank account. When I said that with Momo interoperability, everybody will have a bank account, my opponents never understood it. They talk about brick and mortar bank account. I'm talking about digital bank account. Digital bank account. What we have done with mobile money interoperability in the whole of Africa, it is only Ghana that has complete domestic payments interoperability. Only Ghana, and we have 100% access to financial inclusion. Today we have brought drones to help in the delivery of medical services.
Remember with you, what I do.
Good commander, your last one. And you want why you state the same man. Artists ever pass it to a man youth now.
Just watch and see.
Nina, they look,
watch and see. Watch and see the see. Okay. Why? We're speaking still around. Okay. Now you're here.
Okay. So what's the final word for the command of us? Let's assume so. What are the
Oh, the last message, Pema. What I say, or the last message, Pema, on my youth phobia, why campaign, what each one can campaign, in the final run. It was the final message of the magazine. Yeah, what can over the period. Now, we're repeating a boy, all share. Now, this is my become for the SC kind of food. Now I say kind of your man. And maybe so far, there is nothing that we expect other than everything. There's nothing. We know that we are winning these elections, one touch, and we don't expect any other result than that. And it's going to happen.
What if you don't win?
We'll win. There's no
what if you don't win?
There's no if in this one.
You are so confident.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's no if in this one. Straight.
In a situation where you don't win, are you going to accept the result?
The will of the Ghanaian people will be respected at any time. That is why we are going to win, and everybody would abide by it. We are winning this election. One touch is going to happen. By Sunday morning, everybody will see it.
Majority in parliament.
And majority in parliament as well. Between 140 to 156, the MPP is going to Canada. Too much. Yeah, now NDC John Mahama campaign for why you say application thought you will be part in the election.
Oh, so Obi campaign who say
oh, forget. On you serious.
What's the message here with the man?
On you serious. We Ghana say now. Or America now we catch yourself. Maybe I have back for Africa. You just can't show up at the police station and go and dump the ballot paper in the box. Ballot, yeah, it was serial number. There must be a stamp behind. Now, with the ballot paper, where they are stamp. I don't know, I say Ghana for no, yeah, drink a kuto in the other. What does it mean? You should come to Ghana here and come and speak such trash. You understand? Yeah. It's too difficult to look. Ghana has one of the most transparent electoral systems in the world, even much more transparent than the United States of America. Wow. Yeah, it's true. So who study how elections are conducted and run? American Kwana, in fact, a month to the election, we go for a million ballots. What does it mean? Had you everything the same day, Obia Echo line. Now what to about? na yɛhwie egu hɔ asɔte out na yɛkan finchim na America for more kind of so what are you talking about? Then this boy is sitting in America time the other what control the baby. Then who read comments now sometimes I just laugh. I like him. He's a nice young man, but he's a terrible liar though.
Thank you.